I've so much respect for this building. I had the opportunity to play in this building. I've had the opportunity to coach as an assistant coach and as the director of basketball operations at Texas Tech under James Dickey. And man, this is a special place to play college basketball. And Coach Lutz has these guys playing so hard. And anytime you take over a program, it's extremely difficult, especially in this era of college athletics. And so we have a lot of respect for how they play and how they competed. And we knew, just watching like the Houston game on film and watching the way they beat Arizona State in here, they only have 2 home losses. And we just knew we'd have to play our best to put ourselves in position, and was just thrilled with the way our guys competed and didn't look at the scoreboard and tried to play the game the right way regardless of the score. So, really thrilled with the way our guys are playing together and playing the right way.
What in particular did you feel was going differently for JT? Last time you played, he had like 8.
Well, one, he's healthy. I mean, like when you see him move, it's not hard to tell when he's healthy, and honestly, he's just moving better. 1, and feeling better, and 2, our offense is starting to really move the basketball. 23 assists and only 8 turnovers, and I think just last time we played them, we actually got pretty good 3-point looks, and we didn't make them in stretches, and tonight we did. So then what happens when we're making threes? Then you got to pick, and it's a difficult dilemma. I mean, I do think we got some of the best 3-point shooters in the country, and I think we got a couple of the best setup guys in the country. And then when you get JT in the middle of that, it's a monster to deal with. And tonight was one of those ones where we finally had it all kind of going in the right direction.
At times in the first half, game was a little bit back and forth. Y'all were able to open it up late in the first half, and then especially coming out of halftime. What did you sort of see in those stretches that allowed y'all to take control?
Well, last time we played them in our place, we had a bunch of dead ball turnovers that we forced, but we didn't get any advantage off of them. And then a lot of the defensive rebounds we had were team rebounds because it got deflected out of bounds. And I felt like tonight we were able to get in transition, especially to close the half. And when you can get them out of just set defense in half court, our advantage is clearly better. And that was, I thought, the difference in that stretch. And then, getting 3 stops in a row is kind of a number for us that we love to get, and we had the most we've had in the half in that first half. So it wasn't like we were great offensively. They still are so disruptive, and they had blocked shots, and we had some layups at the basket. I mean, we weren't super clean at finishing around the rim, but I did think our defense was as solid as it could have been in regards to a majority of the half, which allowed us to get those transition baskets and opportunities.
Coach, Elijah Hawkins did well tonight with 11 points and led the team in assists with 6, and also the plus-minus of plus 34. Just what were your thoughts on his performance?
I mean, anytime you're getting pressured like they do and they put 2 on the ball, and how they constantly are physically guarding you the way they do, and it's impressive how well they compete and how well they disrupt. It's just you got to have somebody up there that's not phased, that still sees the floor. And where he's made the greatest improvement is he's starting to communicate what he sees. It's one thing for us to go like, hey, this is what we need to do, and him try to execute it. He's already got great feel. Now you can see him navigating and putting people in the right spots. He's really orchestrating it, not just with his ability to pass, but with the way he's communicating with the team.
Were you with the on-ball, but also off-ball? It seems like you guys limited them, especially in paint touches. How impressed were you with your defense?
Yeah, I mean, give them credit. They still got 24 paint points, and they still got to the free throw line 21 times. They didn't shoot a great percentage, but, from a activity standpoint against them, they move a lot of bodies. So you constantly moving, you still can't lose the gap help that I think gives you the best chance. And that's where I thought we improved. Looking at the film from last time to this time, when they moved all the bodies, we were more physical in gaps early, and that's beneficial playing against this team.
Some of your guys sort of talked about how they feel like they have this "we're being hunted" mindset. Just how do you sort of approach that with the guys now that maybe there is a target on you?
I think there just has to be an urgency that when you are playing this game, that you're always playing it with an edge. And we've got awesome guys. I mean, one of the officials came to me after and said, man, you've got a great group of guys. Like, they just play hard and they're respectful. And when we communicate with them, they listen and do what we ask them to do. And so to me, we have a great group. But then sometimes with really good guys, it's hard to create like an edge. I mean, like, we've never had a fight in practice, not once. And I'm not saying that we should fight in practice, but sometimes it happens if it's competitive. We just got an awesome group. So I do think, in order for us to be what we need to be in these games, we have to keep competing with an edge. And that's why, like, I just believe every possession matters, no matter the score. And our team's starting to embrace that. And so that hunted mentality is like you're always on edge because somebody's coming after you. You're not, like, comfortable because it's just like win or lose, it's cool. It's just the edge to compete is what I think this team's starting to embrace. And you're starting to see it when you can create more margin over the course of the game against a really good team.
The NCAA put you as a 4 seed. Do you feel you guys are playing the best you've been playing all year? So do you even look at that, or is it just like, all right, we're catching fire, we can go win this thing?
Yeah, I think my favorite stat looking at that, and I did pay attention to it, and I did see it just because I wanted to see what kind of value they put on our league. And what I will say is that UConn wasn't in it the year they won their first national championship. They weren't even one of the 16 teams. So if that doesn't tell you anything about what this really is, this is about getting better. And for the first time in the history of the Big 12, and maybe the only time, we'll play 20 games. And we still have 6 left. 6. At this point, in previous years, with this number, you're playing 4, and that's a total different game. And so for us, I just think there's an urgency with finishing the season the right way, and that's what our competitiveness needs to be focused on.
Feel like obviously it's a pretty lopsided game. Was a lopsided game since like halftime. Just kind of how did you guys keep your foot on the gas with this one?
Just our approach. What Coach talks about when we get to leads like this, just staying focused and trying to extend the lead as much as we can, not getting satisfied with the score.
Yeah, saying what he said. Coach Mack just keeps informing us to just keep putting our foot on the gas. Don't let up. Don't let them think they have a chance to come back. And we did that pretty good tonight.
Was it easier to come in with that mindset after the close game y'all had earlier this week?
I would say no, just based on I feel like the teams we play the second time, it's always harder to play, especially on the road. I think this game was playing against a team like them that's just like kind of wild and chaotic. You just got to try to manage the game the best you can, so yeah.
Yeah, I think we knew we were going to have to come harder because, after that, we know the team's going to try to beat us. We got a target on our back every game we play now, so I just think the team's going to try to beat us as hard as they can. So I feel like every game we're just going to have to come with the right intent.
Do y'all feel like maybe teams are treating y'all differently since the run y'all have been on lately? Is there more respect you feel like from other teams?
I would say no to an extent. It's just you got to understand when you do win games, teams actually want to beat you every game. So you just got to stay consistent and still try to find a way to get better. I think that's our goal as a team is try to keep getting better through these games. Don't let winning be the satisfaction of it. We just got to stay in the grind. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like no, because at the end of the day, they're still going to try to beat us and put their foot on our neck. But, I feel like since we've been winning, it's a different type of, feel they get before the game. Yeah, we got to beat them on some stuff like that.
So the NCAA rebuild, you guys were a 4 seed currently. Do you guys look at that at all, or is that just not even something you guys think of?
Not nothing we talk about or consider. We're just trying to take one game at a time.
Yeah, it's still a lot of season left, so we just got to keep doing what we're doing, and I feel like we're going to get the best seed we can get.
41 the other night, 32 tonight. Just kind of what are you seeing that's working so well for you?
My goodness.
Just staying in the gym, not letting it get to my head, just not getting big-headed, just staying in the gym next day. Can't take no breaks. You had a good day, next day, you got to forget about it. It's next game on, so that's really my mindset towards that.
So do you forget about this now? Do you forget about it tomorrow when you're going to...
I'm going to think about it today, but tomorrow, I'm forget about it next game.
GT, is this the best stretch of basketball you think you've ever played?
Yeah, I feel like this is the best. Just on my mindset as well, just keeping the same mindset, just trying to help my teammates win in the best way I can. I feel like this is the best way I've done so far.